Hey there, Heather Ho there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you back to yet another Cutter live stream. And today I'm doing the live stream about me getting 325 subscribers. I know it's kind of lame and all that, but 325 subscribers is pretty impressive. Sorry about that. I didn't know that was in the way. So anyway, yeah, I'm doing this from my PC, not my laptop, because I wasn't sure if the laptop was going to give me the preview and all that. But now I think everything got fixed. So anyway, since my last one, a lot has been going on. We had that huge eclipse that I stayed behind at work and just decided, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go do some. I'm just gonna do some sports trivia and all that. Just read it and don't look into the sun until it's safe to do so. And it was all that. I'm rocking the 34 Austin Matthews jersey. Well, it's not an official jersey per se because it's like synthetic and all that. But I mean, I bought this for $60 at work. Like nobody wanted it, and it fits. So why not? That was the outfit I was wearing last night while watching the Leafs Bruins on this thing, the 70-inch TV you see behind me. So anyway, let's talk the NHL playoffs because as of right now, this stream is being taped on April 23rd. The Leafs came back to win, beating Boston 3-2, finally having a lead on the Bruins for the first time in a long time. But yeah, the Leafs won. Austin Matthews, my man, number 34, drip, drip, drip. With a beautiful goal, he gloved the puck, put it down on his stick, and it went forehand, backhand over Linus Ullmark, and the Leafs beat the Bruins 3-2. It wasn't like, well, it was with 7 minutes left. Boston could have easily tied it up, but nope, Boston didn't tie it. So the Leafs won. Islanders against Carolina, game 2. Islanders were looking to split the first 2 games in Carolina. They had a 3-0 lead, but lo and behold, and the stat was they never lost a game while having a 3-goal lead in the playoffs. But lo and behold, Carolina came chipping away at the Islanders and basically beat the Cupcakes 5-3. So Carolina's now halfway to a Metropolitan Division final, if you will. Yeah, we got that. I mean, I picked Carolina to beat the Islanders, but I feel bad because Patrick Roy is my idol, and I don't want to go against my idol. I like Patrick Roy and all that. And then, of course, last night, Vegas against Dallas. Vegas pulled off a 4-3 win over Dallas. A lot of people are upset over the Mark Stone goal because, Mark Stone was conveniently placed on long-term injured reserve and then conveniently back in the first round of the playoffs. So practically that kind of sucked and all that. So that was for that. And then, well, the Kings and the Oilers face each other, and the Oilers won 7-4. I watched the first period where Edmonton was winning and all that, and then had to go to bed for work. So anyway, yeah, so the Oilers are now up 1-0. Tonight, the Rangers and the Panthers have a chance to go up 2-0 in their series. They have played tonight. And then also the Canucks and Jets have a chance to go up 2-0 in their series. They're both playing tonight. It's going to be a huge problem in Canada because, CBC I know is doing the Avalanche Jets game and Sportsnet's doing the Preds Canucks. And Patrick Demko is day-to-day, so that's bad news for Vancouver's goaltending. So, yeah, talk about those 8 series at length. So, yeah, of course, tomorrow the Leafs play at home to Boston, and then they'll wait till Saturday night to play Game 4. And then I believe it's Tuesday for Game 5, isn't it? I think it's Tuesday Game 5, and then Thursday Game 6 next week. So that is that. I know you want to be thinking, well, how's your health? Well, I was doing fine. I got medication for my sleeping problems and all that. And it seems to work every so often. Like it doesn't work every night. Like they say, take one or two. I take one because, all that. I can kind of get the difference between if I take one or two, like how long I'll be actually out like a lamp for, if you will. But that doesn't mean anything. So yeah, I've got that problem. I still have the drowsiness in the morning. Like it's not like super drowsiness, like it was the ill effect, like the ill effects of NyQuil or melatonin. Like I had massive ill effects for that, so I don't really have ill effects for that. So that's that. However, I have been recently dealing with a pain in my side or my pectoral area. So I don't want to show my naked torso on YouTube. So anyway, so around this area, well, I guess you can put my hands up a little bit. Okay. So down this area right here, like down the side, like down my side. I guess it'd be a lot easier if so down my side, I've been feeling a little bit of pain and all that, especially when I've been trying to sleep. Like I felt it for like 3 hours trying to sleep and all that last night and didn't get a good sleep. I was trying to lay down on my left side, on my right side, because my left side is where the pain is and all that. I don't know what I did, pulled a muscle, did something. I just fear I tore something off the pectoral muscle, but I don't think so. But anyway, yeah, when I had a deep breath and all that, I could feel it just vibrating down here. I don't think it's the pectoral because the pectoral would be up higher, but I think it's like my sides, my ribs and all that. Like I don't think it's my rib. I think it might be my ribs. I don't know. I think I bonked something because on Thursday I was playing ball hockey and my wooden stick and all that, the end of my wooden stick, not the blade, but the stick cover part, poked me a couple times and all that. And like I had a little bit of pain and I was like, okay, well that's fine. But then, yeah, yesterday I wasn't as in pain as much as at work as I was today and all that. So yeah, today I could feel like the pain and all that. Like I had to try to take the balance off my left side. So when I went to do soil, I tried to move it to my right and put pressure on my right side to compensate for my left side being hurt and all that. But yeah, sleeping through that pain is hard and all that. But yeah, so anyway, now we get to what you want to know, what you do want to know. No one's in the chat room. I guess you'll be watching this replay, which is fine. I know I picked 4:00 and I know it's a strange time, but with me getting home from work and me having the house to myself for a little bit, I wanted to do it at like when I was by myself so that I have no super background noises to worry about. And I've got to tape a couple of out of the park baseball games today and I got to tape golf. So yeah, I'm going to be pretty much busy. So anyway, we played the Ultimate Ice Hockey Trivia book last time, and there were some. It's like Hall of Fame. This one we played through the Hall of Fame and all that, which was nice. And I got 13 out of 20, embarrassingly. Olympic and World Cup. See, I got 10 out of 20. Excuse me. Did a New York Rangers trivia one and I got 7 out of 10. A little bit embarrassing. So yeah, so I've actually done nothing. Like I have not mascots. And of course mascots of that. I have not done any trivia things from this book since my last stream. All right, so I picked random.org and did a sequence generator. The first one is 36. I have a feeling I did 36. It says 36, but I already did 36. That would be the Rangers. 42. So that is St. Louis. All right. So this is the St. Louis Blues stuff. Sorry, I need to be more centered. So we're going to do the St. Louis Blues today. 10 questions about the St. Louis Blues. All right. Question 1. On the morning of January 3rd, 2019, what place was the St. Louis Blues in before rebounding their season winning the Cup? They ran last overall. Strange as it sounded, but the St. Louis Blues in January 2019, at the start of that month, were last in the NHL overall, and then they made a coaching change and they put Jordan Binnington between the pipes. And lo and behold, St. Louis made the playoffs and then somehow won the Stanley Cup. Who holds the record for most goals in a single season by Blue? Brett Hull with 86 back in 1991 when he went 50 for 50. 50 in 50. What St. Louis Blues player scored a goal in 4 consecutive Stanley Cup Finals games? 4 straight games. 4 consecutive Stanley Cup Final games. Probably a guy from the 70s. No, from 2019. Who was that guy? Maroon? Patrick Maroon? I don't know. I would say McClement, but no, he didn't play that. What is the name of the former St. Louis Blues goalie who holds the record for most single-season shutouts? I think it was Turek. I think Roman Turek did something like that, if memory serves me right. Who was the player that Blues picked first overall in 2006? Erik Johnson, who has been with several teams since. How many Stanley Cup appearances do the Blues have? Well, 4. They have 4. They had the 68, 69, and 70 final, and then just 2019, which was their 4th final. And everyone, including me, probably thought, oh, well, the Blues are going to go 0-4 in the Stanley Cup Finals and be the worst team by record in Stanley Cup Finals history, alongside the Buffalo Bills and Minnesota Vikings, who are 0-4 in their finals. What former Blues player was the 3rd American player to score 500 goals? Tkachuk. Keep Tkachuk. Who was the 20th captain in St. Louis history? Peter Angelo? I don't know. Who did the Blues defeat to win the Cup? The Bruins. Oddly enough, the team that played the Blues in St. Louis's last Stanley Cup Finals appearance was 1970. And they ended up losing to the Bruins 4 straight. That was the Bobby Orr series. Who did the Blues select 8th overall in 2008? It wasn't Tarasenko. That was 2010. McClement? Jay McClement? I don't know. All right, so that's just those are the answers I put down. All right, so let's see here. 42. All right. Here we go. St. Louis dead last in the NHL. Who holds the record for goals? Brett Hull, 86. The player who scored 4 straight games, Ryan O'Reilly, former Leaf. Ryan O'Reilly, ROR. Okay. Who was the name of the goalie? Brian Elliott. Oh, Brian Elliott. Oh, okay. Well, Brian Elliott actually shares a tidbit with me. Did you know that Brian Elliott's birthday is the same as mine? Literally. That's right. Brian Elliott's birthday was April 9th, 1985, the year I was born. So Brian Elliott was born the same day literally as I was. April 9th, 1985. Anyway, who is the player St. Louis picked first overall? Erik Johnson. Stanley Cup appearances was 4. The former player was Tkachuk. The captain was Backus. Who did they beat? They beat the Bruins. I know that. And Alex Pietrangelo was an answer, but he was the 2008 answer. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 out of 10 for St. Louis. All right, so I'll just show you the final stats. 6 out of 10 for the Blues. I got Pietrangelo kind of right. He was the answer to a question. All right, so let's look at the random organizer 4. Round 4. Oh, coaches. I already did coaches. So 4, 12. Okay, so 12. Round 12. Rule changes. Okay, this is going to be an interesting one. All right, so there are 20 questions about rule changes. So I'll show you the questions and all that. The 20 questions about rule changes. All right, so rule changes. There are 20 questions. All right, first, what rule is Roger Neilson best remembered for creating? What is he best remembered for creating? The goalie. He created the auto goal when empty net. I don't know how to explain it. I don't really know. What did Sean Avery do to create the Sean Avery rule? Well, he harassed Brodeur. And / no harassing the goalie. No harassing the goalie. I'm gonna play. Yeah, he did that to he basically screened Brodeur and all that. Like he faced Brodeur while he screened him, not the other way around. Bill Durden was captain of the Canadiens during the 1947-48 season. Why did the NHL make a rule about goalies that could not be captains? Captains talk to refs, and it would delaying the game. Like practically that the goalies as captain would talk to the referees and all that, and they would delay the game. What goalie was made team captain of the Vancouver Canucks in 2009 after the team received an exception from the previously mentioned rule? Well, that was Luongo. Technically, Luongo was the captain, but he was not allowed to go to the officials and all that. Someone else had to, like one of the alternates had to. What former Flyer was the reason for introducing the diving penalty call? Ronick? What former Blackhawks goalie constantly crossed center ice with the puck that made the introduced the rule that they could no longer do so? Al Rollins? Because I know Brodeur didn't do that. I can't remember. What is the Wayne Gretzky Oilers rule? Something to do with 5-on-5. Matching penalties 5-on-5. I don't know. What is the banana blade curve rule? No blade over half an inch curve. Why was it abolished? Skate increase rule. Why was it abolished? Judgment call. Too many judgment calls. What NHL player was the reason the Calder Cup has an age limit? It should say Calder Trophy has an age limit. The player, Sergei Makarov. Because when Makarov won for Rookie of the Year, he was 31. He was still a massive professional in Russia and played part of the Canada Cup with the Soviet Union. But what happened was that, they thought that he was a little too old and all that. He was an old professional playing in the NHL and all that. So they changed it to 25 years old. What is the Rob Ray rule? Jerseys must be tied down. What is the Matt Cook rule? Is it something to do with instigating? I don't know. What is the Rachel Ruotsalainen rule? Former Ranger, but I didn't know he had a rule named after him. The Rachel rule. Broken stick. Something to do with a broken stick, I think. What goalie bully sewed a web in between his legs? Pupa? I don't know. What New Jersey Devils legend caused the goalie trapezoid rule, Brodeur, because he would handle the puck anywhere behind the red line and all that. The back line for goalies. So they decided to make it a trapezoid so that there's certain areas where goalies can handle the puck to their people and they cannot. If you handle the puck outside that area, trapezoid area, you get penalized. What Red Wings legend caused the elbowing and kneeing rules? Robert, probably. What NHL team was so prolific on the power play in the 50s? The NHL had to change minor penalty rules so that a player could leave the box after a power play was scored. Montreal. Montreal would be famous for that because you had to serve like the 2-minute penalties, like 2 minutes, and then all 2 minutes of it. What Habs goalie helped create the goalie helmet rule after he broke his nose during a game? Gaunt. I would say Benedict, but he was not a Montreal Canadiens goalie. What current NHL player forced NHL officials to reevaluate the slashing penalty after they slashed the player's finger clean off? Marchand? I don't know. And what player blatantly went offsides and scored on a breakaway goal, allowing the Colorado Avalanche to win the 6-5 game? Matt Duchene. I remember that. All right, so I'll show you my answers to the rule changes. 1 to 10. And then the other 10 on the left. Sorry, on the left. I've got to do better with the camera. All right, so here we go. All right, so rule changes. So let's just make sure we get the right one, number 12. All right, so rule changes. Best remember for creating. Pull in the goalie for an extra man. I don't think Nielsen did that. Nielsen was definitely not the first guy to do that. So I would have a question about that. Number 2, Sean Avery waving the stick in Martin Brodeurs' face. Now players must face away from the goalie while screening. Yeah, like you can't. You have to be away from the goalie. Bill Durnan was killed because other teams complained that Durnan was leaving his crease to talk to officials, slowed the game too much. Yeah, captain's talking to refs during the game. Luongo was the captain. Bill Barber was the diving penalty call. Kitchener, former Kitchener Ranger Bill Barber. Now, if you watch my Cutter Historical videos, you would actually see a playlist that I've done called Stone Cold Hockey Kitchener, or basically uploaded this stuff the past few days. What I found out through Stone Cold Hockey, of all the seasons I have and all that, they've only released 11 NHL seasons. I have all 11 of them. Is that I went through and picked teams from certain years that had Kitchener Ranger players. So Bill Barber was part of the 75 Flyers, which I have on the PC. So yeah. So I went through, trying to have every NHL team have at least one team with a Kitchener Ranger on it. There were, 5 that did not. So I basically had to add 5 franchises having 2 of them. Bill Barber from Kitchener Ranger. Okay. So let's go. The goalie, Gary Smith. Gary Smith was a Blackhawk goalie? I didn't know that. I kind of knew about the Gary Smith thing, but he wasn't a Blackhawk goalie, I thought. The Wayne Gretzky rule. The Oilers would purposely try to get coincidental penalties. Coincidental penalties. Well, try to get coincidental penalties for Gretzky to have more room out on the ice. This rule made the calls offsetting. Matching penalties. So that technically counts. The banana blade is, what is the rule? They didn't say what the rule is. Skating the crease rule. Well, because of Brett Hall's thing, too many judgment calls. I'm going to probably say no. I'm going to give myself a no on that one. The player was Sergei Makarov. Yeah, he was 31 when he won Rookie of the Year. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the Rob Ray rule? Player will get a game misconduct if a jersey comes up during a fight for not having the fighting strap on. So yeah, the jersey must be tied down. The Matt Cook rule is because when Cook hits Savard clean in the head, illegal checks to the head are a 5-minute penalty and game misconduct. Okay. Broken stick, right, Ruchalainen. If a player comes overseas mid-season, he must pass through waivers before a team can sign him. Because Ruchalainen came over mid-season to help the Oilers win the Stanley Cup. Well, he must pass through waivers, comes overseas. I had no clue about that rule. So that obviously was wrong. The goalie was Phyllis Placido. Phyllis Placido wasn't a goalie. 15, Martin Brodeur was the legend goalie. 16, Ted Lindsay was the kneeing rules. 17 were the Habs. 18 was Jacques Plante. It was Jacques Plante. 19 was Crosby. Finger clean up. And Matthew Shane was the blatantly offsides one. So that was 1, 2. I'll show you the back half, like what I got right and wrong. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got 11 out of 20 on the rule changes. So yeah, so let me see there. All right, so got 2 quizzes in 25 minutes. No one's in the chat room, so yeah. Guess I'll talk baseball a little bit. The Blue Jays aren't doing so badly. Like the Jays are doing okay. Like they started off pretty rough. Well, they split a 4-game series in Tampa first match, and then I can't remember where they went. I know they played the Yankees and lost 2 out of 3 in New York. I don't know. I forget where they set off. Oh, they were in Houston. That's right. They were in Houston, and then Houston had, I guess, the fastest no-hitter in a season or something like that because that was only their 4th or 5th game. And Toronto, the first game of the Blue Jays against the Astros was the no-hitter game, in which the Blue Jays got no hit. And I was like, the Blue Jays are not going to get no hit. Oh, yes, they did. And then the next game, the Blue Jays won 2-1 thanks to David Schneider with a 2-run home run. And then game 3 was a pathetic display. So if it wasn't for David Schneider, the Blue Jays would have been swept and scored no runs against the Astros. And then they went 2 out of 3 against the Bronx. And then they went home for home cooking against Seattle, won 2 out of 3, beat Colorado 2 out of 3, and then beat the Yankees 2 out of 3 in another series before last weekend beating the Padres 2 out of 3 and then beating the Royals yesterday. So yeah, so I guess every team in the AL East is above 500, but that's almost what's expected from people. All right, so got that. 12:48. Number 48 is the Winnipeg Jets, the new Winnipeg Jets, not the Jets/Coyotes. Oh yeah, I guess I should talk Coyotes before the Coyote situation before I get into the Winnipeg Jets, because speaking of Winnipeg, the Jets were the former Atlanta Thrashers. So anyway, as you should know in the NHL circles, that the Coyotes are not in Arizona this year. Next year, they've moved to Utah. So Utah will have the team for a couple years, I think. But there's a strange thing that Arizona could come back. If the NHL wanted expansion, Arizona could come back as an expansion team. A quote-unquote expansion team and all that. And that their owner actually has all the Coyotes records. And then that all the Utah stuff would be they would play in the 32-team league, but once expansion hits, if expansion hits, then the Coyotes would be in and all the Coyotes records would be there. Of course, there'd be the old Winnipeg records too. So yeah, so the Coyotes basically are moving to Utah. We don't know the nickname, if there'll be a nickname or not. But yeah, so hopefully Utah brings hockey better than Arizona. All right. So who scored the first goal for the Winnipeg Jets when they returned in 2011? Antropov. Remember, serves me right? Nick Antropov. It was a much publicized home game against the Canadiens when they won 5-1. Who did the Jets draft in their first ever draft pick 7th overall 2011? I think it was Andrew Ladd, was it not? How many Jets players are still around from the Atlanta days, and who are they? I think Brian Little and Thornburn. There's 2. Chris Thornburn and Brian Little. This came out. When did the book come out? This thing came out. Is it not telling me? That's a bit. It's a book. Well, it was an Amazon created book. This was created this say? This was created December 2022. Okay, so a little informer. Who was the first Winnipeg Jets goalie to record 3 sharps in a row? Pavlich? What color are Winnipeg Jets fans asked to wear to home playoff games? White. The sea of white, which happened with the original Winnipeg Jets franchise that moved to Phoenix. That was what? 1987 they started it, right? I think so. Who are the AHL affiliate of the Winnipeg Jets? The Moose. The Manitoba Moose. Who are the only 2 captains in Jets history? In the Jets history. I don't remember. I think it was Ladd and Little. I don't know. Who's the leader in goals for the Jets Thrashers franchise history? I would say Kovacic, but I don't think so. Yeah, I think Wheeler. Wasn't Blake? I think Blake Wheeler surpassed him. Who did the Thrashers take in the 2006 draft 12 overall? 2006, eh? I would say Brian Little. Where did Kyle Connor play college hockey? Michigan? I don't know. Sometimes I don't pay attention to college hockey that much. So, give you the Winnipeg Jets stuff there. Questions they asked me. Round 48. Okay, so Antropov was the first goal. Scheifele, the first Jets pick in Winnipeg was Scheifele. Okay. 2, Blake Wheeler and Stoner is Wheeler and Brian Little. I was right. There were 2, but I got those names wrong. Little was right, Former's not, so it's half a point. The goalie was Pavlich. The team color is white. The team Manitoba Moose. Ladd and Wheeler are captains. So that's technically wrong. Ladd and Wheeler. I had Ladd and Little. The leader in goals was Kovacic. It was Kovacic. I thought someone surpassed him. Fuck. Who did the Thrashers take in 2006? Brian Little. Yep. And where did Kyle Connor play college hockey? University of Michigan. Nice. I got it right. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll take a 6. I'll take a 6 out of 10. I'll give myself 6 out of 10 for that. 6 out of 10 for that. So that's just how it scores. Okay, so that basketball Raptors sucked. So not really following the NBA as much. I know the Knicks and the Nuggets are up 2-0 in their series. The Nuggets came back from 20 points down, and Jamal Murray became the first Canadian to hit a buzzer beater in the playoffs. So that's kind of cool. All right, so 48. Let's go with 53. Okay, so 53 is minor league hockey. Okay. So there's 20 questions about minor league hockey. So minor league hockey will be the next one. I don't know how many I will probably do. So yeah, so that's the stuff that's there. All right. So that's 53. Minor league hockey. All right. So the Philadelphia Phantoms played in Philly from 96 to 2009 before their arena was demolished. What were they called before moving to Lehigh Valley? What were they called? I don't know what they're talking about. Oh, what were they called before Lehigh Valley? So Philly was there, but what were they named beforehand? Before Philly? I don't know. The Bears? I don't know. What is the oldest team in the AHL? Hershey. Because they've been around since the 1930s. The Hartford Wolfpack have been around since 1926, but from 1997 to 2010, and from 2013 to present, they have been the Hartford Wolfpack. Well, what did the team briefly change their name to in the 3-year span? They were the Connecticut Whale, and Blue Shirt Underground would do this whole thing called What's Harpooning, when they talk about the AHL team, and of course the whale, and harpooning a whale, which is wrong. Who won the first Calder Cup in 1938? Hershey? What AHL teams won the most Calder trophies? Hershey. Who are the only 2 teams that survived the collapse of the International Hockey League and still play in their same city in the AHL? That's a good question. I think it was Houston and IHL. Utah? I don't know. Because yeah, the International Hockey League was kind of the AHL was kind of a minor league thing too. Like they competed with the AHL. What? Where is the 32nd AHL team slated to be located and joining during the 2023 season? Coachella Valley. Coachella. Coachella 22-23. What team left the ECHL in 2018 to join the AHL, join the league's 31st team? I think it was like Henderson, Nevada. Nevada, I think, right? Oh, in 2020, San Antonio was relocated to Henderson, Nevada. What's the two new teams' name? The Stars? I don't know. So San Antonio relocated to Henderson. Damn it. And that one was wrong. Over their almost 100-year history, the Hershey Bears have had over 8 NHL affiliates. One team? Washington. I think Washington's the current one. So I'll show you the numbers. Yeah, show you the thing right there. What is the oldest ECHL team? Greensboro? I don't know. What is the most recent Kelly Cup winner? Toledo? That's for the ECHL, East Coast Hockey League. What two leagues combined to create it? It was the Eastern and the American? I don't know what it was. What double A league did the ECHL fold in after they ceased operations in 2003? What league? The SPHL? I don't know. How many Ray Bruin President's Cups and Kelly Cups did the Colorado Eagles win before joining the AHL? 3? I don't know. Who leads the AHL history with the most points at 1375? God, the guy's name. Tim Tooley or something like that. What goalie leads the AHL most wins 359? And it was Joey Bauer, wasn't it? Because the AHL was in the 50s. This two-time LA Cup King Stanley Cup champion made his professional debut with the ECHL's Reading Royals. Who was it? Two-time Kings champion. Dustin Brown? Long before winning a Stanley Cup between the Pipes of Washington, this goalie made his professional debut with the South Carolina Stingrays of the ECHL. Who was he? Neivert? Before Vegas came to town, for 11 years, Vegas was home to another professional hockey team that saw many teams. What was the name of them? I believe they were the Las Vegas Thunder or something like that. All right, so those are those ones. Oh, sorry, to the left. All right, so I got that one. So now let's see here. Minor league hockey. They were called the Adirondack Phantoms. The oldest team is Hershey. The team was called Connecticut Whale, was what Hartford used to be called. First Calder Cup was Providence. Hershey won the most with 11 titles. 6 is Chicago and Grand Rapids. Yeah. 32nd AHL team is Palm Springs. Palm Springs? What team left the ECHL? That would be Colorado Eagles. Okay. 2020. They were the Henderson Silver Knights. I should have known. Number 10, there's affiliates. Washington is one of them. Yeah, I know Washington's one of them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. I have to do some spinnies. That's 4. What's the oldest ECHL team? Fort Wayne. Well, and they were the most recent Kelly Cup winners. Fort Wayne, huh? The Atlantic Coast League and the All-American League. So, I thought the Eastern Hockey League. Atlantic Coast and All-American. Nope, can't say that. 14 is the West Coast Hockey League, WCHL. 15 is 2 President's Cup and 2 Kelly Cups. That's 4. The guy was Willie Marshall. Okay. The goalie was Johnny Bauer. Jonathan Quick played with the CHL in his debut. Jonathan Quick, I never would have guessed that. The goalie was Braden Holtby, not Neuvert, and the Las Vegas Wranglers. Yeah, I never called the one there. So that was disastrous. Only got 5. 5 out of 20. So I got 5 out of 20 on that. So we're going to end the stream soon. Yeah, we're going to end the stream because of me rapidly failing. Like 5 out of 20 is unacceptable. So yeah, 5 out of 20. So that's gonna force me to do some spins. Okay. And I have a pain in my side, so okay. Oh, I'm too close to my couch. Okay, I feel a little dizzy. All right, so that's that. So yeah, I got 5 out of 20. That's pathetic, and I'll just end the stream right here, right now. So anyway, thanks for watching it. Keep watching my Stuff Cutter Historical because I do a lot of sports stuff. I don't do a lot of Degrassi stuff anymore because I've run out of ideas in a sense, and I've wasted a lot of time on the 4 years of working on that stuff. So yeah, I just gotta go rest up. Hopefully I don't have too much of a pain in my side. I just hope. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. Thanks for watching. And adieu.